Episode 27. Yeah. Welcome back. This is Wash Gods, washed but never washed up.
You already know what it is. Welcome
Episode
back.
27. We in the 27 club right now. That means we're going to die soon. So shout out to death.
The White Lighter Club, nigga. You already know what it is.
Hell yeah. My lighter colored.
R.I.P. Jimi Hendrix.
Shout out to all my 27-year-olds, man. Stay dangerous. Be safe.
Live it up.
The choice is yours.
Shout out to all the countries. I know Draft said that. I know we still the biggest black podcast in Ecuador.
Oh yeah.
Shout out Finland.
And I am Draft. He is Sean MC.
Oh, we didn't do any of this shit in order.
Yeah. But all the things that y'all used to hearing.
Hey man,
you still got them all. It just wasn't in the correct order.
Never late, always on time.
Hey. So yeah, shout out to the United States, of course, the UK, Germany, Australia.
Fuck the United States, honestly, right now. But yeah,
Ireland.
Shout out to the United States.
Canada, Finland, Ecuador, India, Iceland, New Zealand, and Denmark.
Number one black podcast in Iceland.
Hell yeah. Number one black podcast in Denmark as well. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in Denmark like, no, you not, motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah, nah, nigga. I'm claiming
come
that.
see me, nigga.
Yeah.
Get your quarantine stamps up.
Yeah, nigga.
Fly out here.
Yeah. But
I'm just fucking around. Denmark got a lot of Crips apparently.
Yeah, I forgot about Denmark Crips. Actually, I don't run Denmark, man.
Yeah, I don't. I got it.
Yeah, man. So it's good to be back, man.
We ain't really done shit, man. It's been a
short week.
Short week.
We're podding on an earlier day. I'm not gonna tell y'all what day because who knows what day y'all gonna get this podcast. Most likely it's gonna be a Friday. But first of all, shout out to Taji, man, with my first fucking Funko shit. Hit me with the BoJack Funko
gave you
joint,
gifts
man.
on his birthday.
Hell
Shout out to
yeah.
Taji because it's his birthday, man.
Yeah.
Taji's birthday is coming up on the 24th, whatever day that is, wherever you're at.
Shout out to Vera. She told me like, yo, Taji is everybody's best friend.
Yeah.
Just from a description of you. So.
Yeah. He keeps everybody in line. Taji's our white man.
Yeah.
Any Muslim, bitch. You niggas fucked up. We got the best of both worlds, nigga. You thought having a Jewish lawyer was crazy, nigga. Wait till you get a Muslim cameraman.
Yeah. Shout out Jesse Williams. But yeah, this week has been not that interesting. I've been into a lot of playoff basketball, man.
Speak for yourself, nigga.
Oh, all right. He drives to the lane. Finishes with both hands. Yeah, but
Wait till
yeah, I really ain't been doing shit. I ain't gonna front, man. I ain't gonna like even hold y'all too much because I've been watching a lot of playoff basketball. I really just been in the crib getting fucked up watching basketball. It's been, feeling like the old days, man. Like, like I was like a little skeptical about the bubble when it first started, but you know what? I like these games, man. It's been fun to watch.
It's like watching Drew League. It's really like watching people go out there and play their heart out. And I appreciate it a lot more.
On the the highest skilled niggas.
Yeah,
stuff.
I appreciate it a lot more because I'm seeing basketball. It's almost like the game move faster.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more pure, even. You know what I mean? So, shout out to all my niggas in the bubble. Shout out Lou Will, man. Stay out them strip clubs, my nigga.
Please.
Clippers ain't looking good.
At all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really got, man. A lot of playoff basketball. Everything else I don't need to mention. Smoking weed. Shout out to my pops, man. Grandmother sick and shit, so shout out to my dad. My dad just shout out to Iowa. That's where a lot my parents is from, so he's up there right now.
You the only nigga I know from Iowa.
I'm not from there, man. Let's just get it clear. For like, that was one of those things that people would say to me in high school because I would tell them like my parents is from Iowa. Like, oh, you from Iowa? Like, nah, I'm not from there, nigga. My birth certificate says Decatur, Georgia.
This nigga Nas, bro. Oh, you from Mississippi? No, nigga. I'm from Queens.
Exactly, nigga.
My dad.
Exactly. It's funny because I make fun of all my brothers and sisters because like they all their birth certificates got Iowa on it, and I'm like, nigga, you Iowa ass, nigga. Like, I'm from Atlanta, nigga. Talk to me like that, nigga. Play the shit in the A, nigga.
Play this shit in the A like they wasn't here before you.
Yeah. Niggas was here trapping, selling all kind of dope before me and shit.
Niggas had whole lives. They had whole lives before Draft showed up. Everything started when he got here, though, man. That makes sense.
Your birth certificate say Iowa, nigga. Don't even talk to me, nigga. We run niggas chains like you, nigga. Nigga, come to my city, nigga. Meanwhile, these niggas been here 5-6 years before me, but yeah. Shout out to my pops, man. Shout out to my grandmother. I talked to her. She doing all right. You sound healthy, man. My grandmother like really be doing what the fuck she want.
That's fine, man.
She 90 something. They be trying to get her to change her diet. She don't give a fuck. So
at least it's just her diet, man. I know a lot of old people.
She got diabetes, so you know what I mean. Diet is important.
I know a lot of old people deal with shit that's bigger than that. They got bigger addictions than just diet. Where they're like, yo, I'm not gonna stop drinking. For what, nigga?
You know what I mean, she drink Diet Coke. Which is, you know, anybody that got like a grandparent that came up in that era, bro. I don't know what it's about, Diet Coke, bro. But old people fucking love Diet Coke, bro. They drink that shit like water, bro.
Yeah, my grandmother used to be big on Diet Pepsi.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like Coke or Pepsi.
Wash moment. One of the reasons that unless you're from the South, if you're not from the South, you know this a lot, or a lot of people who aren't from the South know this. But one of the reasons black people in other places drink a lot of Pepsi as opposed to Coke is because Pepsi was the first
giving niggas jobs, right? Yeah.
Not even giving niggas jobs. They just had black people in their ads. So they were one of the first soda companies. Them and RC Cola, I believe, were the first ones to start catering to African Americans.
Yeah, RC Cola is awful.
Fucking terrible.
It's one of the worst colas you could ever drink.
It's so terrible they nicked it. They nicked the name. It used to be Royal Cola, but they called it RC.
Look at you.
Double wash moment. Bonus points.
Niggas in this bag, bro.
But yeah, man, nobody fucks with Coke like that, man. Or niggas didn't fuck with Coke like that because number one, they were from Atlanta, and Atlanta was still deep in the throes of segregation during that time period.
But yeah, shout out to my grandmother. Hope you doing well. Shout out to my pops too. Up in Iowa. I just talked to him a few hours ago, so everybody seem like they're doing good. So shout out to my dad. Yeah. What the fuck you been on this week?
My week has been interesting. I can't even front. I want to say I had a wash week, but I kind of done a lot. 21 Savage voice. Quit my job. I got another one. I keep telling people I quit my job first, and it gives the wrong impression. Yeah, exactly. It was wildest, man. I see why niggas always assume I'm West Indian. I mean,
because this nigga always got jobs.
Exactly.
Bro.
It's not even the dreads. It's not the fact that I like oxtails and rice and peas. Like, it's just the fact that I always have multiple jobs. I can't think of a time when I haven't had at least one job, even if it was just of my own doing.
Yeah, one thing I will give you is, bro, you a jobbing ass nigga, man. Like, you good at jobs and
it's
shit.
It's a double-edged sword, man, because quitting my job came with a lot of anxiety. Tell the full disclosure, I walked in. I had a job on Monday, and I went to my job, the current job, and told them that I planned on quitting that day. So Tuesday come. So I was like, yo, I'm planning on turning my shit in Tuesday. I'm talking to my manager, and I'm asking him like, yo, how do I go about doing that? And he looks at me and tells me, he's like, yo, you know, if you quit, you can't come back. The first thing in my mind was like, yo, whoever quits a job and wants to fucking come back. Whoever wants to come back.
Full disclosure, I quit a job and came back. But go on.
Same.
But I gave my 2 weeks. It wasn't like, motherfucker, I quit.
No. I quit a job.
I didn't quit. I left
quit
the job.
I quit a job because I had a better job and came back. Because true, the full disclosure, I'm working a job that I've quit before now, currently, just to have money because I've always got more than one job. But Not a full-time job, nigga. I left that shit, nigga. Like, I left it. Unless we have a personal relationship and you doing some independent shit where I can come and go as I please based on my rapport, cool. But if it's a corporate job, like if it's structured where I signed the I-9 and shit, no, I'm out, bro. I'm out. Once I quit, that's it. I'm never coming back. That's just how, I don't know. I was never one of those niggas who quit a job and hung out there afterwards. Like, none of them jobs did I ever plan on revisiting or plan on hanging out at.
I hate niggas like that, bro.
Yeah, me too.
The niggas that like leave the job and they just pop up, just chilling.
Cause who gives a fuck
in
what you doing?
their little best outfit and
Yeah,
shit.
who gives a fuck?
Like, yeah, man, I just happen to be.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah,
you straight?
Man. Yeah.
You good?
Shit, I'm doing good, bro.
I'm
what I'm
just
saying?
better than you,
Better than you,
nigga. But that being said, I'm having a conversation with my manager, the first manager I saw, and this nigga hired me. I'm not gonna front. Like, he got me in the door without a whole lot of effort, but it came with a lot of shit. Like, the nigga's just he's a ordeal. This nigga's a whole problem. Like, he communicates terribly. He's the manager from hell, and it's not because he's a bad guy. It's just because that's who he is. Like, once you're in there, you understand that this is the type of nigga you dealing with. That's why I hate these type of jobs. But anyway, I'm telling the nigga, like, yo, I found another job. You know what I mean? I need to figure out what the protocol is on getting out of here. Like, turning my shit.
Yep.
He tells me he doesn't know why I'm doing it, but I'm like, yo, I just got something to do, man.
It's not for you to understand,
Yeah.
motherfucker, but go on.
So I get to my truck. By the time I get there, another manager, a white manager, and the contractor who owns the company, he's there, both white. And they're giving me, I guess, a talking to, what you describe as a talking to from their perspective. And he's telling me, he's like, yeah, man, is there anything wrong? Do we need to have a conversation? I'm like, well, we can have a conversation. Like, I found another job. I need to leave. I'm quitting. Not much more to discuss.
Yeah.
There've been other things that have happened at the job, like everybody who ever has worked a job at this stage understands what comes with it. You expect a living wage and benefits, nigga. And,
Hopefully.
And during a pandemic, that shit is of high value. And I've only been guaranteed none of those things with this job. So my loyalty is little to none. Like, the one thing I hate with employers is when they tell you how much they're doing for you or how gracious or thankful you should be. R.I.P. Bubs. My nigga Bubs told me one time, like, when he was working with this other company, that he was like, yo, the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when my manager told me I should be happy to have this job. And I had to look around and figure out who I was for a quick second. And I thought about him in that moment because he kept telling me, like, yo, as a man, I would at least give my employer 2 weeks. I wouldn't respect anybody who I hired if they didn't give their current employer 2 weeks. And I'm like, yeah.
This is the boss.
Yeah, this the boss. This the owner of the company. I'm like, yo, I hear you, but at the same time, you're speaking from your perspective. And from my perspective, based on what I've dealt with, nigga, like, you're fortunate I came in to tell you in person. Because, like I said, I had this job on Monday. I came into work and told him I was going to be quitting on Tuesday. Like, today's my last day. I'm done Tuesday.
I forgot. I just quit. Like, I just didn't show up for a last job. Yeah, I didn't. I just stopped showing up.
Yeah, and that could have been, that easily could have been this situation. But I showed up, talked to him, made sure niggas knew what was up. Excuse me. And they eventually had a conversation with me to the extent where I figured it can't hurt to stay till Friday. I'll get my last little check. I won't have to worry about this other job flaking on me because it's already kind of in the bag. But I was like, yo, I'll stay till Friday, man. Since y'all came and talked to me, y'all seem so pressed. It's a pandemic. I recently heard that the location that I work at for my particular job was on the news recently about having a backed up amount of packages. Like it's bad. It's seriously bad. So I empathize, and I really didn't want to fuck over my employees that were right next to me. Like, because eventually, like, my issues become my coworkers' problem if I don't show up.
Of course. Yeah.
So I agreed to stay till Friday. The manager I spoke to initially, that I guess told the contractor and this other manager that I was leaving, and they came up and talked to me, sees me later on in that during my shift, and he walks up to me and says, "So what the white man tell you that the black man couldn't?" I just kind of looked around and I was like,
that shit deep.
"Nigga, not shit, nigga. Like, they didn't tell me shit." He was like, "Yo, obviously they did because you staying." I'm like, "Yo, you didn't get the memo, nigga. Like, I'm
leaving.
Yeah, I'm
leaving.
leaving.
Just staying for now.
Yeah, I compromised.
Out of respect for y'all.
Yeah, I made an educated decision. Like it's not a thing where you're ever gonna call into question my character based on what I tell you. Like how you treat me comes out in the wash. And I feel like in most situations, what's weird about this shit, the pandemic shit, I've mentioned it on the podcast before, is you really get to see where you stand as far as
niggas.
Society is
talking
concerned.
about like field niggas and
field niggas, house niggas. The job I got is a work from home job, nigga. It's so much. It's so much more relaxed.
It's literally a house nigga.
I'm literally a house nigga now, bro.
Got a name for a pod. House nigga.
And it's funny because
that shit ain't getting plays.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. I'm trying to figure a way out of that. But at the same time, I look at it like this is really a mentality. It's that Harriet Tubman quote that I don't think Harriet Tubman said. I think it's just some social media shit. But it's like, yo,
I try to free 1,000 slaves.
And I would have freed more if they would have only knew they were slaves.
Yeah, it's not a Harriet Tubman quote.
Yeah, it's some shit. It's some internet shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from The Matrix.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson, right? He said
Cornbread said it.
Said it in Black Snake mode.
Oh my god. That nigga said it in
Diddy said it.
America.
Diddy said it and Get Him to the Greek.
You just been mind fucked.
But yeah.
But I realized that I can't necessarily explain to people why shit like this is important. Because not everybody built like that. Like, not everybody built like that. They don't realize that the options are limitless. And to the same token, I know plenty of niggas who get money, like, without relying on
what it do, pimpin'?
Their creative endeavors. It's just an escape. But for me, I don't waste time. Like, all of the things I do outside of work, I plan on making some sort of revenue off of. And it's been a long, hard road. I'd be damned if I give up on it now. So my 9 to 5 is always secular. Like, I'm always putting me in the forefront. Like, everything I do is for this shit. I remember talking to women and being like, and having conversations about like, yo, so like if especially about rap, like if the rap shit don't work out, what are you gonna do?
Man, I had a conversation so many times.
And I'm like, yo, nigga, the rap shit is the rap shit. It's working. Like, it's not gonna work out. Like, your definition of working out.
It's already worked out.
Yeah, your definition of it working out is based on what you think the standard for rap is. Like, it's not about that. Like, it's about expression. Like, you wouldn't ask an artist if he painted, like, yo, so when this paint shit don't work out, what do you do?
It's like, motherfucker, I paint because I like to paint.
Yeah, I paint because I'm a paint. I'm a paint because
always
I paint.
Be painting.
Yeah, I'm always gonna paint. And it was it was interesting because I recently mentioned, I don't think I mentioned it on the pod, I think I tweeted it. And my job recently found out about my social media, and then in turn found out about all the other shit I do.
Yeah.
And it's weird because, like, part of me felt like I had to quit just because, like, man, I don't want niggas in my business like that. Yeah. Not I don't want niggas in my business, but I need to have a distance between, like, the shit that goes on at work and then the shit that goes on here, because I don't think they necessarily coincide. And not everybody, I can't trust that everybody's going to be built like me. Like, if I see somebody doing some shit outside of work, like, if I run into a nigga in the strip club and I see what they doing and they got, you know what I mean? I know what they lifestyle like. I'm not going to say shit. But there are other niggas out there that just want to talk about what they see.
Yeah. You ain't see me, I ain't see you.
Yeah, exactly. nigga, secret society. All we got is trust.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It was just a weird week. I've been in a lot of different, like, scenarios.
You gonna throw that in for your wash moment, too?
I mean, I got a wash moment. I mean, our wash moment is pretty basic. But that was just what's been going on with me this week. I don't know if you got a wash moment on hand you want to get off. I can
Not really. My wash moment was just gonna be shout out Nas, man. I wanted to give this nigga more homage, like when the pod started, but I forgot. But shout out Nas, man. Like, my wash moment is just seeing the names like Foxy Brown, Cormega, fucking AZ.
If you know who the firm is, you're washed.
Yeah.
If you know who the firm is, if you can name all the members in the firm, you're washed.
Yeah, because, like, Nas ain't like Hove, where it's like just straight pop culture, where you're just gonna know. You're gonna know Hove's catalog because Hove run businesses.
Nah, you're gonna know Hove because your bitch listen to Beyonce. Like, even if you don't know the business aspect of rap.
So we can get into that. That was like one of my side topics. Like, but do y'all think that like my first shit was gonna be the Nas and Hove shit. So like the side conversation should be that every time Nas drop an album, Hove pop up with some shit, man. So again, Nas just dropped King's Disease. Shout out Hit Boy. Shout out to Nas.
Yeah, man. Shout out
I've been
Hit
hearing
Boy,
good
man.
things about the album. I only skimmed through it, so I don't want to talk too much about it. But
It's cool. It's definitely a solid album. It's probably the best album that's dropped this year.
Yeah.
Outside of anything Freddie Gibbs dropped.
Shout out Freddie. But the first joint is, what's up with, what do you think what's up with Hove and Nas? You think this shit is on purpose?
Yeah, I definitely think it's on purpose. Cause I think at the top the rap game's small. And I think it'd be like if me and you never.
So do you think
if me and you never worked in a group, like it'd be like me being around you and hearing you drop some shit and be like, damn, this nigga Draft just dropped some shit. All right,
I'm about to wash this
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
I'm
just
about to
because.
wipe him out.
and it ain't even like I've heard stories like that about from producers more so than anything else. Ironically, Pharrell talking about Pusha T always shooting for Jay-Z's beats. Any beat that he had for Jay-Z, he's like, yo, where's this going? He's like, yo, I already got this. Nigga, this is Jay. Nigga, I heard Pusha T was supposed to be on Allure or some shit like that. Like, so it happens, and it's just because it's that way. That's how niggas are.
Pusha could have finessed Allure for sure, bro. He could have finessed that shit.
Yeah.
I could hear Push on it. But yeah, so it's just funny. So did you listen to the Entrepreneur joint?
I didn't. I listened to the Nas album, though. I didn't listen to the Entrepreneur shit just because I haven't been the biggest fan of Pharrell lately. But I will eventually.
I love Pharrell, but I always felt like his solo music is tricky. Tricky.
It's hard to say that because I feel like his solo music hit, except for.
In my mind, was a solid album, but it wasn't a great album.
Yeah.
It was spotty.
My nigga, you could do it too.
You can do it too. That girl, Front was on Clones.
Yeah. 20th anniversary of Clones just passed.
Yeah. Shout out to Pharrell. But yeah, my watch moment was just seeing Cormega, Nas, and actually like enjoying a Cormega verse, which is wild.
Yeah.
Like, shout out Cormega. I remember a long time ago somebody told me to sound like him, and I was mad. I was like, what the fuck
you think you are, nigga?
Yeah. I heard this verse. I'm like, you know what? I
Niggas
sound like this
lately
nigga, man.
saying you sound like Gibbs. I've heard that shit 3 times.
Yeah, man. I don't want to talk about that. Shout out Freddie Gibbs. Nah.
At least you graduated. Because it went from, it was wild is, comparison is a thief of joy. Comparison is a thief of joy.
It just go from album to album.
Comparison is a thief of joy.
If I'm rapping slow, I'm sound like,
it's always like the one thing that fans don't understand is like when you make music, the last thing you want to hear is that you sound like a nigga. Like the first thing, and you think it's a compliment, but it's
Yeah.
not. It's
It's
not
funny
at all.
because I hear so many artists talk about that. Because I listen to interviews all day, and I've heard so many artists like, when I first came out, they told me I sound like blank, and it's like motherfucker, like, but it's fine though. Like I think when as an artist, like you come into the game like being a fan of people, so like you like begin to, you take the pointers and you make threes out of them hoes. So you do a step back.
And I also think that people who aren't really in music or don't understand it from a certain perspective, that's the only
I remember niggas telling me
comparison they have.
when they
like,
first heard M.
That's the only way to describe it.
When they first heard M, they said he sounded like AZ.
That's wild.
But if you listen to
shout out AZ, he got the best verse on that Nas album.
Oh yeah, Infinite.
Best verse.
The Eminem album Infinite. Yeah. He definitely has an AZ flow. But anyway, Wash moment was like appreciating the AZ verse, Cormega, even Foxy. I just like to hear her voice. So it was just hearing that old style again. Just made me feel a little washed.
Yeah.
But
I think my wash moment is based on this week's events. I don't even know how to segue into this shit. But I don't give a fuck about shit anymore. Like,
welcome to the future.
nothing really phases me.
I just literally had this conversation.
I've gotten more and more jaded about everything. I didn't tell nobody. We didn't even prep. Shout out to everybody that listens to this show. We don't do any pre-show conversations. Niggas just cut on the cameras and we figure this shit out. Yeah, nigga went to trapeze this week.
Oh.
It was kind of interesting. And I really didn't have any reason to go. Like, I kind of, like, somebody prompted me. I prompted them and somebody pulled my card.
That's crazy, bro.
And I went, and it was like, it was kind of like looking around and being in a situation where
you had my friend's experience.
Yeah. I was a big fish in a small pond. Cause even in that situation, I looked at it like, yo, everybody in here lame as shit. Nigga, it's weird. It's weird to be out of shape and in a room full of niggas trying too hard and being like, y'all niggas lame as fuck. Y'all niggas lame. Like, super lame. Like, yeah. I could do what and it was weird. I could do what I want, even though I was really, really reserved. Like, I literally just kind of just sat and then played the cut. But when things took a certain direction, I realized, even before that.
Now, I don't think I want to explain trapeze for anybody that doesn't know what it is.
We just called it. I almost called it the trap. And just explained it later.
Because if you know, you know. Yeah, man. Just do your Googles.
Yeah, but it was like one of those situations where I realized it was reinforced that we're the brand. Like, nigga, I'm the brand. Whatever I say goes. What I was about to say was, even with the podcast, with work, nigga, I've always been saying, in any situation I'm in, like, none of this shit moves without me. And I'm always kind of aware of that fact. Like none of the things going on would be happening unless I was involved. And once I realized that, I kind of controlled the outcome on certain shit. Like, if I was gonna do something, I know exactly how I gotta do it, and my first mind is exactly is gonna tell me exactly what I need to do in order to make the outcome happen, and the outcome happen in my favor.
Well, in the words of Monique, man, know your worth,
nigga. Always. In every situation, nigga.
Know your worth, baby.
Fuck Netflix. But like Netflix, or rather like Monique, niggas ain't gonna fuck me.
Goddamn right.
I'll back out. There's no back doors. Like Porsche. But
I say, because I'm not fucking Monique.
at all. Not ever. I'm in the bitch, and I'm realizing that one of the few things I realized is that niggas can't stand on their own. And when I kind of felt like I was proving my point was when I didn't pay attention to motherfuckers. Like I stopped paying attention to the bitches who was walking around, cause it's a trap, nigga. Bitches walking around naked, like
Yeah.
like, and I felt like shout out to my OG. My OG told me, like, yo, the first thing you do in any situation where you fuck with multiple bitches is act like you've been there before. And I've been there before, but in a group setting, nigga, it didn't really matter. Like, I wasn't impressed by any of this shit. Cause
I think that shit like the All-Star game. Like, once you
yeah,
like,
we all
when we
here.
in the game, it's like, nigga.
We all here
Yeah,
now.
nigga. But
Like,
I'm still gonna play my game.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
always balling.
I'm just a hustler.
So,
I just
yeah,
play it to play it.
Yeah.
Shout out Jay.
Yeah.
But it was cool, man. Like, I feel like I'm the only nigga that went in the trap and got invited back off GP. And real shit, turned down the invitation to do this. like turned down the invitation just so I could really see what it was really like. Like, so that way if I show up, because I feel like certain social circles, like, it felt like Edgewood. Like, certain social circles, you'll show up and people will expect you to be the same nigga you was last week, and they don't realize you live down the, you know what I'm saying? Like, you live in this area. I can really function. Like, these type of environments are normal for niggas who have been places. It's not uncomfortable for me. And I saw niggas that was uncomfortable. And it was.
I mean, it's the trap, man. It's not necessarily a comfortable place,
but it was kind of a metaphor for life. Like, life ain't a comfortable place for most people. Like, if I correlate it back to work, when I was dealing with that shit that was going on, niggas was looking at me crazy, like, yo, you quitting right now? And I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So my wash moment in general is, I've realized I don't give a fuck about much. I don't give a fuck. Like, what most niggas care about, I don't. I kind of just want my space to be defined. I wanna be able to talk to people in a certain kind of way. I want to be able to move how I feel comfortable. I don't want to have to explain myself. These are a few of my favorite things. Shout out Nat King Cole.
But yeah, man. After that, we're gonna get into some bullshit ass topics. Where should I start? Where should I begin to tell this story? I don't know. I don't want to touch none of this shit now.
Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
Jump
man.
into it.
Let's do it, man. All right. So it's a Megan Tory update, man. I hate to be one of these guys, but apparently, like I said before, she got on her live, man, a few days ago and just said, yo, this nigga shot me.
Verbatim, not basically. Verbatim, yeah. She said this nigga shot me.
Yeah. So, bling blow, man. You know?
Left, right.
There it is. There it is.
Again, I want to give a fuck. Shout out Patrice O'Neal. I swear I want to give a fuck, but I don't. It's not that I'm not sympathetic of black women. It's not that I don't care about domestic violence. It's just that these people are famous, and I always assume that there's a certain level of spin to any narrative that's given to any situation they're in. And she's claiming that there's spin on Tory's side because I think she said that she was tired of being slandered in the media for not saying anything. Like the speculation left room for people to kind of put their own stories together.
She was like, "Fuck the speculation talk."
Yeah,
over.
I'm gonna tell you my side.
Nigga dig this.
And I get it. Like I would do the same shit. So shout out Meg Thee Stallion for actually taking the bull by the horns and speaking on her own behalf. But I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't. I really feel like she never said anything about the argument, and this ties into one of our other topics that we'll touch on, I guess, shortly after this. But she mentioned openly that people were in the car arguing, and she got out of the car because she didn't want to be a part of the argument. And then all of a sudden, magically, she shot. Nigga, I don't know what the fuck you said to this nigga, but you shouldn't have said it for your own safety. like I'm not saying that it's okay. That nigga Tory Lanez deserve whatever he get for shooting you in the foot. Fuck that nigga. But at the same time, nigga, you are the company you keep. Nigga, the same type of standard would be held to me if I got arrested with a nigga who was doing dirt.
Like, yeah, that shit tricky, man.
It's super tricky.
I only put this shit in the lineup because it's happening, not necessarily because I have an opinion.
So you put it in there. Let it be known.
Well, I mean, I think, Tory, I've never been a Tory Lanez fan, man. And, like, that has nothing to do with this nigga shooting in the foot. And I don't mean by Meg Thee Stallion, I mean as, but, but yeah, we'll bleep some of this, I guess. But yeah, who shot you?
Mini Men. Nigga said Meg Thee Stallion should put out a Mini Men record. I'll put Mini, M-I-N-I. Mini Men. Okay? You got shot by a midget.
The craziest shit.
That nigga shot you in the foot because that's all they can aim for.
The craziest shit about that shit is really, to me, is the fact that, like, motherfuckers, like, it used to be an allegation of a chick going on with their live and, like, so-and-so, like, hit me. Now niggas is shooting bitches, and now it's like, that's just like a random allegation you throw out there. Like I feel like the playing or the field has gotten different. Like
y'all better start fucking with them niggas y'all call lame. That's my advice. Fuck with a lame nigga, cause if a cool nigga is shooting you in the foot,
like we shooting ladies now,
yeah, y'all gotta readvance y'all priorities. I don't even know if that's a word. Yeah, y'all gotta reassess.
Yeah, we gotta
and advance. Reassess and readvance. Readvance is reassess and advance.
We just gotta talk about like what the game's been missing right now.
Shout out Joel's.
The God.
Nigga, welcome home, my nigga. Welcome home, Joel's, nigga.
But I think there's a lot to go into that. Like, we watched Tory Lanez have, like, random blow-ups really since his career done started. And
the cop pleaded to Travis Scott when he was coked out. Travis Scott pressed you in your on your tour bus, and you backed down. Let me explain. Like, if you scared of a nigga that's taller than you,
yeah, man.
And then you shooting bitches in the foot.
I don't want to linger on this shit too much, man.
Your credibility is kind of shot. I mean, I don't advocate any of this shit, but at the same time, I look at celebrities different than I do regular citizens. I don't think any of my homegirls would get shot in the foot, like for no shit.
Yeah,
because they just don't move with niggas like that. Because streets move different. You're not basing your association off clout. And I think what's different about this situation and most situations that we found out about when we were younger, like Wash moment, like when we heard about Bobby Brown and Whitney, nigga, we was like, yo, I don't, nigga, whatever, because I don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With this, everybody's in control of their own backstory. If you're not saying anything, it's already assumed that there's more to the story. So with this situation, I'm like, yo, just because you're coming out doesn't necessarily mean that.
It's weird that you see like motherfuckers get shot and it's like played out in like
real time.
Yeah, it's just weird. But like, yeah. And this what happened next. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, motherfuckers just
like
get
tit for
shot,
tat.
and that shit would be like on like unsolved mysteries and shit. Like it would be like, you know, it would be like a motherfucker in a suit handling this shit. Now like
you can't
Instagram,
believe any media source, like whether it's social media,
I just don't
news
think
media, anything.
People
you can't
should
believe
get
any media source.
It's weird when someone gets shot and like the story is on Instagram and they're saying that like LAPD like saw her Instagram post and now they're investigating. What's going on right now? I just want to know.
Strange times, man.
You're playing me, man. Keep it on the low. Because my heart can't take it anymore. Nah, but yeah, I just like, it really feel like the Matrix when somebody's like, yeah, he shot me and blah, 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 blah. It's just like, it's not even no disrespect to Meg. It's more just so like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, like, why am I watching this? Like, bitch, tell the police.
Why are you telling Instagram? That's my wash moment in general. Again, my wash moment is I don't give a fuck. I can't care. Everything happening right in front of me is the only thing I care about.
Yeah, for sure. I don't care. It's just, you know.
Stay the fuck off my grass.
Sometimes when you go to the circus and you see a lion juggling fucking bowling pins, you're like, shit, nigga, what the fuck is happening, nigga? Lions are juggling bowling pins now, nigga.
Shit different.
Yeah. And that's what that shit was like to me. It's like, what the fuck? Like, so like instead of going to the police, we do an Instagram post. And everybody just goes along with the fucking story because
that's what she said.
Yeah. It's not even that I think the story is false or true. It's just like, nigga, why is this shit on Instagram? Like, why isn't this shit like in police documents? Like what's happening? Like what? And maybe somebody's saying she's trying to protect this nigga, but if she's trying to protect him, she damn for sure ain't going to 500,000 people and telling them the story. So like, I don't know, man. That shit was on the docket because it's current events. But from one gun to another, man. Shout out Trigger Trey, man.
He's also a nigga that's on the docket.
Yeah, man. And also a story I don't necessarily give a fuck about, but I give a fuck about the safety of women. So apparently this nigga got some wicked shit going on. I don't really want to get into the like specifics of the story, but I really only brought it up because like entertainers, man. I think the bigger thing is like most of these dudes is coddled, man. Like I love BoJack Horseman, and I always like bring it up to people because I got like a part in it where they say like, yo, the age of person, like it's the age of stagnation. So the age a person gets famous at is the age they stay for as long as they're famous. Yeah, they're vampires. But yeah, like once you get bit with that fucking famous shit, I guess you're stuck in that age because like everybody's coddling you from that point. Like nobody's giving you their real opinion on anything. So I don't even think that like sometimes when you hear these stories, because I don't want to make it about Trey Songz, like, you know, whatever that story goes on, you know, we'll see. But just in the like the bigger spectrum of things, like when you hear so much about all these stars and they have these weird sexual allegations, like they live in this fucking bubble of like everybody telling them yes. So it's like anytime they get horny, I assume that when someone's around, they just assume that woman's gonna say yes. So I'm not saying he did it or didn't, but like for anybody who's looking at somebody and feeling like, yo, they can get pussy anytime and they attractive, that don't mean that they're not a predator. Like it's because they live in a bubble. They don't know what no is a lot of times.
Balling in the bubble.
Man, balling in the bubble, man. Shout out to the Wash guys. But yeah, so I don't have no message to entertainers, man. Like, you know, it is what it is. This is a messy business.
Y'all be safe, man.
I don't want to tell an entertainer to be safe. You got money and all the fucking protection. You're always gonna be safe. Like, nigga.
I mean, maybe not. Like Trey Songz.
That nigga be all right. In the worst. In the worst case scenario, he'll be fine.
Now, I just saw
based
on
us versus like him versus the average citizen.
I just saw on Instagram they were doing a march for R. Kelly recently in Chicago. So
yeah.
This ain't a topic, but how you feel about the Kamala Harris shit?
What?
Kamala Harris.
Just her being the vice president? I mean, I don't give a fuck.
It's all superlatives. Like it's not real.
I never cared who was president, man. I don't care that Trump's president.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to like. No, I should have more to say about it, but to be honest, like, I mean, we had a black president, and I don't think it meant very much. So, Kamala Harris is. I think
she's gonna be the black president.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah. Biden gonna die. I got pressed.
Black is only a color, man.
Yeah.
Black
I got pressed by a family.
It's not a culture. So.
I got pressed by a family member recently about like voting, and I felt some kind of way, only because I care, but on a personal level, I think politics is like you being a fan of a Jay-Z album. Like Jay-Z don't need your help. He don't need your help. And I fuck with Jay, and I fuck with Jay because I'm a Jay fan. Like I fucked with Obama because I'm black, but I'm not gonna vote because my voice don't really matter in that vein.
I mean, it's not even for my voice mattering or not, man. I just think that it's funny how everybody will agree that the system is flawed, but. Like, so, yeah, but exactly. We go right ahead and say, motherfucker, you're not voting? Like, we just said the system was flawed. Like, which one is it? Like,
yeah.
So, if you're going to agree with me that the system is flawed, then let's agree that, you know.
The system's flawed.
Yeah, so I shall not participate in a flawed system. I don't tell other people not to vote. Like, you know, do what thou with. But,
do what thou will.
Yeah, like our numbers have always been terrible, like with voting, like in my time here on Earth. So
shout out black women though.
It's always been like the elderly that vote very well, like historically. All the people 50 plus, people like 52, like motherfucker, I'm not elderly, nigga. I can dunk on you, nigga. Like, nah, yeah, come on, nigga, you elderly, relax.
I think it's difficult to assign a lot of credibility to a group that it's difficult to decide what you want to eat on a regular basis.
I don't know if like somebody like wheeled my grandmother in and was like, all right, what's your like idea about racial equality or some shit? I'm like, it's gonna be from the fucking 20s or some shit. Like, so it's like we're electing 75-year-olds to run the country. It's like, of course they have fucking politics from
1960.
Yeah, when Donald Trump says some racist shit, is he really saying racist shit or is he saying shit that he grew up on? Like, this motherfucker's 76, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. This nigga brother died and he was 72. We're looking at this nigga like he's any smarter than the nigga who just passed away.
Yeah, I want this nigga to do the electric slide and shit, nigga. Like, it's not gonna happen like that, nigga.
Ever.
like this motherfucker's 76 years old.
He's never gonna backhead bounce.
Yeah.
Ever.
Like, he speaks like
It's a seizure if you backhead bounce.
Yeah, he speaks like an old man. Like, old men speak a certain way. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, he has old values. Yeah, he might fuck around and say or some shit. Or or some shit. We gonna bleep some of this shit out.
Nigga, Donald Trump may say Donald Trump said is the title of this podcast. I swear to God. Donald Trump said is the title of this podcast.
But yeah, we're gonna get out these coughs, man. What you been listening to?
I mean, we still got.
No. You good?
All right. Don't have COVID. I've been tested. It's just the weed, man. We mix this shit with some irregular shit. But I've been listening to more Salt. Shout out Aware. I've been listening to more Salt. Untitled. To Be Black, I think is the name of the project. Untitled Black is. Shout out to Taji. Been paying attention. I listened to Westside Gun, Pray for Paris again.
Boop, 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 boop.
All the ad libs. Shout out Bruce Kush.
I'm not
I
good.
listened to your project today.
I can't roll my R's.
Bruce Kush, Bimmer Music. I do feel like the East Side of Atlanta gets a lot of oversight. Like niggas look over us. So shout out to the East Side. But we got a lot of spitters. Bruce Kush, I really fuck with your project. Enough said. I don't really have much else to share. Y'all got a good take. I need on the next one. Like if you don't hit me up for a feature, I'm gonna take it personally. Nas album, King's Disease, part of our wash moment. I fuck with Nas, but the album itself is on par with Nas shit. Like I think Nas raps amazingly.
Here we go.
It's just the beats. Like my favorite Nas album is Lost Tapes. It's the best of the shit that you got from different producers. Like Hit Boy gave you a current sound, he gave you current features. That shit is cool. Like, but I don't know. I really had to call into question whether or not I'm a Nas fan. Like, I'm a fan of rap, but I really had to call into question whether I'm a Nas fan or not. I like Nas, and I respect the type of people who listen to his music. But this album ain't moved me like that. It was just a cool album. Probably the best album I've heard this year outside of anything Freddie Gibbs, like I said earlier. But it was just rap shit. I listened to the whole thing, beginning to end, and I probably won't go back. The Firm shit was cool. It's like he a real wash nigga rapper. Like he's for an era beyond us. Like if I call Illa right now and ask him what he felt about the Nas album, he's gonna give me all-star reviews.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna get into what I've been listening to.
That nigga don't want this nigga so scary, man. He don't want nothing to smoke, boy. Yeah. And, he be on payroll, bro.
I actually haven't listened to anything new, so I'm gonna get into what I've been watching. Pull up the Netflix. I watched some new shit on Netflix. Oh, The Gray State. I thought that shit was really dope, man. It actually came out last year.
You didn't watch Old Guard yet?
No. Yeah, Gray State was dope. I watched High Score. It's about history of gaming. On like a lot of earlier podcasts, I talked about how I've been watching those like documentaries about different systems. Nah, it goes through like it goes through from beginning to end. Like it starts from like Atari, then it goes to PS5. No.
The whole concept of gaming as we know it with one like interchangeable cartridges was created by a black man.
You know what? He might have been in that shit, but I fell asleep during some of the episodes, so I wasn't actually like like how you watch some shit, but you're not actually looking at it. So
Makes
yeah,
sense.
I was listening to it. And I was like, man, I bet this dude is black. So I want to say I saw that on a different on
Oh,
one
they
of those.
switch. They changing ideas. He's got to be black.
Nah, I want to say I saw it on a YouTube joint, like when I was going through those other like platform documentaries. But it's
Yeah.
funny to see like Netflix like
Can we pause? I gotta piss. Crazy.
back. But yeah, I also
I
watched.
usually say that shit. I be trying not to say it when we come back from the transition.
I mean,
Fuck him.
I also watched A Guide to Recognizing Your Saints. It's a random movie from the 90s. Shout out to Robert Downey Jr. and Rosario Dawson. It's one of those
Baby.
fucking coming of age films. It
Love
felt like
Rosario
felt
Dawson.
like kids.
Rosario Dawson was also in Kids.
Yeah, I know. That's why it super felt like kids. But
What's the next movie episode we gonna watch?
yeah. Oh, Kids would be dope. I haven't
Kids would
seen
be
kids in a while.
Yeah, I
But,
haven't seen it in a while either.
That's really about it. I got back on The Boys. The Boys is about to come back. I think I talked about The Boys on another episode. If I haven't, shout out to The Boys. Just got back on my Amazon Prime.
Yo,
Aye.
we the boys.
Amazon Prime. All right, but
They shot that video in Atlanta.
yeah. Shout out Taylor Gangs. That's about it. Yeah, that's what I've been watching, man. You got something you been watching or no?
I finally watched King of Staten Island. Really good movie. Shout out Pete Davidson. I don't really have much to say. Like, it was, if you haven't seen it, you should see it. I like movies that don't go anywhere. They're just stories about characters. Yeah, Garden State. Garden State is definitely one of those films. What's the other movie that I fuck with? Hurricane Streets is one of those films. It's just a character story. It doesn't really have an end. Fresh. Kids. Belly. All these movies are character stories. They don't really have an end. Paid in full.
Coming to age.
Yeah. Those are the type of movies I like. I don't know what genre that
I
is.
see Freddie now. Freddie don't talk much no more.
Right.
It's always one of those fucking lines in the
Yeah.
movies.
And then it ends.
Freddie's in a wheelchair now.
Carlito's way. There's no end. Or it ends terribly.
It's just like, huh.
What else did I watch? Project Power with Jamie Foxx and that other white nigga.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, the nigga from Looper. Yeah, exactly. The nigga from Looper.
Third Rock from the Sun.
Let's say.
Yeah, the nigga from Third Rock from the Sun. He was in that shit. It was cool. Draft talked about not wanting to watch movies without any origin stories. I think they did well with this. What's funny is what they do in the space for origin story is they incorporate current content. Like, it's a lot of empowerment. It's a lot of whole black people like stay conscious and shit.
Nah, man. We got Black Panther already.
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm straight, man.
I feel you. But it's cool. I wasn't mad at it.
I literally have never seen a Netflix movie.
Watch Old Guard.
Huh.
Watch Old Guard. There's no political spin. It's actually a cool movie. And then watch Old Guard and then watch Project Power. Don't ever watch Bright.
I was about to say, what?
Bright is terrible. Bright is absolutely fucking terrible.
I just don't really trust.
Yeah. I get you. But it's spotty. It's like a Nas album. Pick your
We'll
spot.
wash but never wash.
Shout out Nas. What else did I watch? I've been going through a lot of YouTube shit. I went through let me see what I looked at. The biographics page. They do a lot of biography recaps on certain people in history. Like one of the ones they went through was Andre the Giant. Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley is really good. If you've ever listened to Absol, he got a lot of Aleister Crowley references, especially in not his last album. I can't remember the name of it. I know niggas like Corey is gonna be screaming at me like nigga, but yeah, Aleister Crowley was a good one. And running through podcasts, I've been listening to a lot of How Neil Feel, the most recent Joe Rogans, and Legion of Skanks. Legion of Skanks is probably one of my favorite podcasts right now.
Yeah, well, all right, man. I think we out this motherfucker, man, because I don't got shit to say.
Music?
Nah, I'm good, man.
Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Yeah. We gonna see y'all niggas next week.
Wash Never Washed Up?
Yeah, we're Washed Never Washed Up. Shout out to everybody that's been listening and all the blase blah.
Episode 27, man. Y'all niggas stay black.
Yeah, shout out Eddie George.